Girl Scouts? Hi, my name is Vicki, and I'm a Girl Scout volunteer for Girl Scouts Carolinas Peaks to Piedmont. Today we're going to be celebrating Girl Scouts Love State Parks virtual weekend. Today, we're going to be bringing you virtually to the parks, but we hope that you will take the time after this video to get out with your friends or family and visit the state parks yourself. There's lots of things for Girl Scouts to do in their local parks. Did you know that Girl Scouts has dozens of outdoor badges for girls at all levels, from daisies to ambassadors? You can use the Girl Scout Badge Explorer at girlscouts.org to pick out a badge that you might want to work on at your local park. There are camping badges for all Girl Scout levels, trail and hiking adventure badges, eco-friends and outdoor art levels at all badges. There's night science, space science, astronomy, and night owl badges. There's so many badges about animals you could earn, bugs, trees, flowers. Older girls can explore some more in-depth exploring type badges, like their survival camper, or water, or, I know, paddling. Hey, that sounds like a great idea. So let's go and explore and see what we can find out. Take it away, Alberta.
Hi, my name is Alberta Swain with Girl Scouts Carolinas Peaks to Piedmont. And we are here today with Girl Scouts Love State Park at New River State Park. And one of the ways that you can explore the outdoors at our state parks is on the water. Today we're going to be exploring the paddle badge with our local Ranger Mac.
Hello, my name is Ranger McIntyre and I work for New River State Park. Today we're going to be discussing trip planning on the New River. Some of the things that you want to bring with you is a map, your PFDs, your paddles, some water, sunscreen, and a small bag to keep all that stuff in, and then secure that bag to your watercraft. So what we're going to start with is the trip planning, is this map over here. So these maps are located at every access point along the New River, and these paper maps are available for your use also. So if you want to take a closer look at our map here, what I find most useful is, as you're panning down, is this chart here in the corner. So this breaks down the river in all the access points and by mileage and paddle time. So where we're at right now today is at Wagner Access here, and if you put in here, the closest takeout is over at Gentry Bridge. So as you're using this map, you can gauge how long your trip will be, and then we also have noted rapids along the river also. Another thing to check before you leave home is the Usgs river gauge, and you can Google that for the South Fork of the New River. So right now we're flowing on an average about 500 cubic feet per second. The more you paddle, the more those numbers will make sense. We recommend at the state park that you use extreme caution and possibly make new plans when the cubic feet per second is at 1,000. If it is at 2,000, it's a no-go. 3,000, we start closing our river accesses. And the reason for that is when the river comes up out of its bank at about 2,000, it will take all the debris and then put it back into the river. So it's not the water level so much, it's the unknown debris within the water. So after you do your preliminary trip planning with your maps and you're checking the USGS river gauge site, then you want to start collecting your gear for the day. And one of the gear items is your PFD. That's your personal flotation device. And if you look on the inside of your PFD, this is what you would like to see, is a Type 3, and then they'll have a user weight range, and you want to make sure that matches your weight. And how you properly fit a PFD to ensure that it's safely and snug onto you is the first thing you do is loosen up all your buckles if it's the first time wearing this PFD, and then you slide it on like a vest. And you fasten your buckles, And your straps and your snaps, depending on what kind of PFD you have. Now once you have all your snaps, your zippers, and buckles, you cinch everything down. And how you know you cinch it down enough is that when you take the collar of your PFD, you want to raise it so it just comes just like that. That's perfect. So it doesn't go up and over your ears. So if you can picture when you're in the water, this is what your vest is going to do. So you don't want it to go up above your ears. So now we're going to talk about how to move the boat. And we're going to cover 4 paddle strokes. Each of these paddle strokes are breaking down into 4 phases. They're going to be the rotate, the catch, the power, and recovery. So our first stroke is going to be the forward stroke. And how we do this is we picture something downriver or across the lake that we're going to aim at. And we're going to do a forward stroke, and I'm going to start on my right side, and then I'm going to do one on my left. So our 4 phases is I'm going to rotate, I'm going to catch the water, I'm going to power, and then I'm going to make a smooth recovery. So rotate, catch the water, power, and the nice recovery. Our backstroke is going to be the same, just going backwards. So because I don't have eyes in the back of my head, I got to pick that spot in front of me again, make sure I'm going straight, and I'm going to rotate, I'm going to catch the water, I'm going to power, and then I'm going to make a recovery. Rotate, catch, power, recover. So that's going to move the boat forward and back. So now we're going to learn how to move the boat from side to side. And these 2 strokes are called the draw and the pry. And if you think about it, you're drawing water to the boat or you're prying water away from the boat. I would rotate, I would catch the water, power, and then recover. The draw is that. Now to pry water away from the boat, I would rotate, slip my paddle in for the catch, power, and then cover. On this side, rotate, catch, power, and then recover. And those are your 4 basic paddle strokes.
Hi Girl Scouts, this is Vicki and I'm a Girl Scout. I'm also a kayaking guide and I do eco tours for River Girl Fishing Company on the New River. So we're going to go out on the New River for Girl Scouts Love State Parks Day, and I have my proper PFD, my Coast Guard approved PFD. These are not Coast Guard approved. We're not bringing that. So I have my proper Coast Guard approved PFD, I have my paddle, I have my 10 essentials in my dry bag, which, don't forget, you need to attach to your boat anything you don't want to lose on a river or lake, wherever you're paddling. Oh, and you want to have the best water shoes. So I wear the kind that strap on your feet, or you can wear these kind, or even these kind, but maybe a little bit bigger for your feet. You don't want to wear flip-flops or Crocs, they're going to fall off in the water. That's not going to help you. And you definitely don't want to go barefoot because you don't know what kind of hazards are under the water. So after you've reviewed and made sure you have your 10 essentials and you reviewed your 7 principles of leave no trace for waterways, we are ready to go after you've checked your weather report and also your USGS river gauge. So let's review the parts of a boat really quick before we get out on the water. And here's your samples of the stand-up paddleboard, kayak, and a canoe. And all boats, even giant boats on the ocean, have the same parts. So the front of your boat is called the bow. The back of your boat is called the stern. The bottom of your boat is called the hull, H-U-L-L. And these are the sides, or the gunnels. and that's what you use to get in your kayak.
Yes.
The best way to get in a kayak is the best way that works for you. I suggest holding on to both sides and then going in behind first. And you just sit like a chair and you're ready to go. I'd say the best thing to do is just start paddling around, get a feel for it. If you're on a river, what's really nice is the river's your engine. But if you need to go upstream or if you're crossing a lake, you're going to have to power paddle. Just getting a feel for it. I think I like it better than canoeing. Yes. Canoes are more for teams of paddling. When you can solo canoe. Kayak is much more stable. If I did this in a canoe, I'd probably flop over. So I want to draw, or I want to cry if I want to get away from a rock or something. Or you can go in circles. You could have a contest to see who can go in a circle with the fewest amount of strokes. That's a great way to practice paddling. After you get comfortable paddling, you can start trying different things, like having a race with your Girl Scout friends. So if you're trying to move upstream, you want to stay close to the bank because there's a lot less flow there if it's on a straightaway. And if you want a lot of exercise, you can paddle in the current or the thalway. So keep your eyes peeled on the riverbanks for habitats. You might see beaver, river otter, muskrat. If you're super lucky, you could see a bear or a deer, but those are rare sightings. This mama. Hi, sweetheart. There you go. Bye-bye.
She got us. I mean, she's in the water.
There are a lot of different birds you might see while you're out on the river. Great blue herons, wood ducks, green heron, belted kingfishers, cardinals, cedar waxwings. It's almost endless the amount of birds you can see while you're out on the river. You're almost guaranteed to see a Canada goose when you're around here. Remember, a Girl Scout always leaves a place better than she found it. So if you see litter or fishing wire, let's go ahead and pull that down and take it home and put it in the trash. Sometimes you might want to stop and take a break. Just make sure you stop somewhere that's easy to get in and out of your boat, and maybe not in the current where it's going to get away from you. Remember, try to keep the bow of your boat in that V. Sometimes it turns and you just have to dip your paddle in like a rudder. And there you go. Remember, a quiet boat is a happy boat. You don't want to hit the rocks. So Class 1 rapids are pretty flat and easy. You don't have to worry about it. Class 2 is a little more challenging. You have to get around rocks and find the channels. And then there's Class 3, 4, and 5, which we're not going to do while we're Girl Scouting. Isn't this beautiful? This is all part of the state park. Hey, I think I see my friend Ranger Joe walking over there. Let's go say hi to him.
Ranger Joe here. So we're here at New River State Park, and right now we're at Elk Shoals Access area. And so we have several different access areas stretched along 40 miles of river, and we have a lot of different things that you can do. So here at Elk Shoals you can swim. We've got a beach here that you can swim and play in the river. And we also have some hiking trails here. At some of our other access areas we've also got hiking trails, we've got picnicking, we've got camping. And what most people come here for the river for is to get on the river itself. So that's the best way to experience New River State Park. So get in and play at the beach, get in and fish some, tube, canoe, kayak, any of those ways are great ways to enjoy New River State Park.
I'm excited to try out a rapid on this journey. Well, Girl Scouts, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us for Girl Scouts Love State Parks Day at New River State Park. We hope you and your family will come out and enjoy everything there is to do, everything this park has to offer. Until next time, bye!